Hello, and welcome to the Visibility Accelerator Challenge. And I've had a bit of a challenge with tech this morning. Oh my gosh, these things happen. Hey, for some reason, my Zoom account is not giving me the option to enter the details for the custom stream configuration so that I could go live directly into LinkedIn. I will get that sorted, don't worry. I have a background in IT, no idea what was happening there. I will get it sorted so that I can go live in the future. Thank you for those of you that have hopped over onto Zoom and joined me directly in Zoom. I will post this video into the group. So, Visibility Accelerator, visibility. Why is this so important? Well, in today's digital landscape, simply having a presence online is no longer enough. I encounter people, coaches, healers, counselors, consultants, who still think having a website, simply presenting a website, is enough. It isn't. To thrive as an entrepreneur, a speaker, a creator, course creator, a coach, you really need to transform from being hidden to being a hero, to be visible and seen as an influential figure in your industry. Now, there are a number of key steps to doing this, and that, of course, is what the Visibility Accelerator Challenge is all about. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, I'll pop the link below this recording, this video, when I put it into the LinkedIn channel so that you can still join. There's still time. In the challenge, we're midway through the challenge today. We've been exploring how to identify and embrace what makes you unique, because your uniqueness is what makes you stand out. Gone are the days where modeling what other people in your niche may be doing will work. The more you can be you, quirky, silly, everything that's magnificent about you, the more you can be you, the more you can step into that, the more you're going to attract your people to you. We talked on day one of the challenge about what you can do to really create a clear message that illustrates your uniqueness. We looked at the elements of a compelling brand message. We talked about clarity, about relevance, about differentiation, how you set yourself apart, how you can use story to do that, and of course, the all-important emotion. Unless you're able to connect with your readers emotionally, you're not going to get anywhere. It's kind of like, imagine walking into a party and the room is full and you walk in there and immediately it's like you have a beacon of light around you. People turn, they notice you, they come to talk to you, they want to engage with you. When you create your visibility effectively in the online space, that is what happens. You can draw people to you. Day two of the challenge, we looked at what you need to do to craft engaging content. Now, there's a lot of content on social media, right? There's a lot of content online. People are kind of suffering from information overwhelm. Imagine, same party, now imagine a stranger, you walk up to a stranger and a stranger starts the conversation, says hello, and then immediately dives into a detailed story about their personal problems. I don't know about you, but I'd be a little bit put off. I'd want to run a mile. Or Imagine a stranger walking up to you and they ask you straight off without any preamble, so what's your biggest challenge? What keeps you awake at night? Now, those are common questions that marketers want answers to, that you need answers to be able to connect with your audience. However, if it's the first question that you ask, I think your audience would run a mile again. I know I would. Because you need to build trust. You need to connect with your audience first. So opening a conversation, talking about yourself or asking personal questions is really like it too much, too soon. So on day 2, I shared some strategies about what you can do to create that connection in the remote world of the online space so that your audience want to hear more from you, so that you can then start diving into the issues that they are most concerned about. And there's a fabulous exercise and post that you create to help you do that. Now, today is day 3 of the challenge, but you can still join. You'll still get the emails from day 1 and day 2 so that you can catch up with the action steps. Day 3 of the challenge is where I talk about how you can capture attention of your audience. If you think about it, how fast does a Facebook feed or your LinkedIn feed, how fast does it refresh? So you have but a few seconds, probably about 2, maybe 3 seconds, to catch somebody's eye, to stop the scroll so that they click on your post. So today, in today's email, I talk about a number of different ways that you can stand out, how you can use images, how movement is important, and what you can do to create movement with your posts. We look at emojis and how you can use those to capture attention. And we talk about captivating headlines. Here's another boring post talking about social media. That's not going to capture attention, I don't think, right? So how can you structure your headline in a way that it makes somebody stop that scroll? I want to learn more about that, and click on your post. You'll learn about the power of numbers in today's email and the all-important mental trigger of curiosity and how you can use it effectively. Don't overuse curiosity. That's in today's email. Then on day 4 of the challenge, we dive into the all-important engagement. I mentioned a second ago how you need to create connection with your audience for them to want to read your content. So day 4 of the challenge, we look at the different ways that you can engage your audience in a conversation. Successful marketing is all about relationship, and relationship is based on effective conversation. Interesting conversation, talking about things that matter to your audience. Now, a lot of people think engagement in terms of social media is really just getting likes or just getting comments. It isn't. It's about having that conversation. How can you make your audience feel seen? What can you do that makes them feel heard, that shows that you understand what it's like for them where they are? And what can you do that shows your audience you value them? The more you can get people to engage with your content, the more visible you will become. Don't get caught up in the vanity metrics of numbers of followers. What you're looking for, your goal, your objective with social media is engagement. Because if you think about it from the platform's perspective, from LinkedIn's perspective, from TikTok's, from Instagram, from Facebook, whatever platform it is, what they want is they want people to stay on their platform. So if your content engages with your audience such that they're writing comments, liking, loving your posts, writing comments, responding, reading, watching videos, they're staying on the platform. So any post that ticks those boxes of engagement, the platform is going to promote. That's how you increase and accelerate your visibility in the online space. Think of it this way. Imagine you open a book and every chapter starts exactly the same way. You'd get pretty bored pretty quickly, right? Or you went to an art exhibit and you're looking around and all the paintings look the same. Again, you're going to get bored quickly. So creating engagement, and I'll be sharing some tips in today's email on the sort of content that you can use that will create engagement. Don't make your posts the same every day. Vary it. Use storytelling. How can you use storytelling? You'll need to join the challenge to read today's email to find out. How can you use educational pieces to mix things up? Use behind the scenes. How can you inspire and motivate your audience? And what can you do that is interactive and encourages that engagement? That's all in today's email in the challenge. And then, sorry, that's in day 4, that's in tomorrow's email. And then on day 5, it's a 5-day challenge. So on day 5, you will be looking at the importance of trust. And if you follow the challenge and each day there is a simple action step to take, and if you join the LinkedIn group Inspiring Practitioners, you will get support for the posts that you make. The more times your post is shared and your content is shared and comments are made, as I've said, the more you tap into the algorithm of the platform and they'll share your post more. So when you join Visibility Accelerator and you join the LinkedIn group Inspiring Practitioners, you will get to enjoy promotion of your posts, helping you to tap into LinkedIn's algorithm. And on the last day of the challenge, you will get to learn about the power of building trust and different ways that you can do that. Imagine you want some help. Maybe you want some help for your business and you're looking for a business coach. Maybe you want some help writing your emails. Or maybe you're looking for a new therapist or a coach or a healer. And you come across 2 testimonials on whatever platform. One profile talks all about the practitioner, the coach, the course creator, the healer, whoever, talking about their qualifications, their education, the long list of their job experience, their work experience. Boring. The other profile has glowing comments and reviews from satisfied clients. Which one are you going to be most drawn to? I wonder. I know I would be drawn to the one that had the testimonials. So on day 5 of the challenge, I'll be sharing how you can get those testimonials that will build trust, prove your skills, your knowledge, your experience, and that will attract people to you. So that's a very quick summary of what the 5-day Visibility Accelerator Challenge contains. The content is delivered via email, easy to read with a simple action step each day. And it's linked to the LinkedIn group, Inspiring Practitioners, where you can share your posts. Doesn't matter whether your post is on Facebook or another platform. I show in the group how you can share your posts so that you can have others in the group support your post, like your post, and encourage comments from others so that you can tap into those all-important algorithms and get the platforms to do the work for you to increase your visibility, accelerate your visibility. So this was a quick dive in, supposed to be live. It is live in Zoom. Thank you for those of you that have hopped across to Zoom. Thank you again. So questions, what questions do you have from the challenge so far? Let's see what's coming up. Let me just move the chat box. Awesome. Shelley's asking a great question. Shelley is asking about frequency of posting. The answer really depends on your audience. What do your audience expect? How have you managed audience expectations? For example, I had one client a few years ago who was sporadic, shall we say, in their activity. One week, they would post pretty much every single day in the platforms where they had a presence. And then they wouldn't post anything for a couple of months. That inconsistency damages your reputation. It damages trust. If you want to attract clients from social media, first and foremost, you've got to connect with your audience. And part of that is engaging and building trust. So if you're present one week and then you disappear for weeks at a time, that's going to damage trust. You're showing yourself to be unreliable. So frequency, Shelley, I would encourage you to think about what frequency of posting is going to be comfortable for you, that you are going to be able to sustain. Because if you are consistent, that's going to build trust. So it's probably better to post once a week, every week, consistently, than to think, okay, everybody else is posting every day. I need to post every day. Oh my gosh, that's really a lot of work to maintain. I can't do that. So you then end up like my client a few years ago, posting every day for a week and then nothing. That's more damaging. It would be better for you to post less frequently, but consistently, because that will build that expectation. And I had another client who posted, actually, this was on YouTube, and they created a video and posted a video once a month. And the video was such good quality and so engaging. His audience was eager for it. They would wait eagerly. And as soon as it came out, boom, they were watching it, which of course, if you know anything about YouTube's algorithms, that sparks the YouTube algorithm. And so his videos, although there weren't very many of them, the quality was so high and the content was so engaging and interesting that he got millions of views within a few hours of posting his videos. So I would encourage, and this may be a little bit controversial because I know a lot of people say, oh, you've got to post every day, you've got to be there. I would disagree with that. Decide the frequency that is right for you and that you are going to be able to sustain and be consistent with. That's going to be the most effective frequency for you. Having said that, You don't want to leave the gap between posts to be too long, because as we've already talked about, things are fast moving in the online space. People's Facebook feeds, LinkedIn feeds, they scroll through really quickly. YouTube, they get into YouTube and the home page, the videos that are posted, they're going to be changing. So you want to be frequent enough that people recognize you. That's your visibility, gets you out there. And make sure it is sustainable. Was that helpful, Shelley? Beautiful. Awesome. Great question. Great question. What other questions, what other burning questions do you have about increasing your visibility online? Awesome. Anon, I'm guessing someone doesn't want to share their name, that's totally fine, is asking how to manage the posting frequency. We've been talking about the importance of making sure that it is a consistent, that you're consistent, whatever frequency you choose, you're consistent with it. And that you are frequent enough that people don't forget you. And that can take a lot of work, 100%. It absolutely can. Anon, you're spot on. So there's a couple of ways you can handle this. You can employ a virtual assistant or a in-person assistant if you prefer, and have somebody manage your social media presence for you. That's one option. You can do it yourself and use scheduling tools, so that what I would encourage is batch create, so that you create, say, 3 months worth of content in one go. Set aside a day or a week or a couple of days, however long it's going to take you, depending on the type of content you're creating. Follow the process that is outlined in the Visibility Accelerator Challenge, in the detailed content that you get in the emails. Follow that structure, create your content in batches, and then schedule it so that it is drip fed, so to speak, or released at the intervals that you want. Does that make sense, Anon? Beautiful. Great question. Great question. Any other questions? How to create engagement. Another great question. Thank you for asking that, Sarah. If you look on, let me just check what day it was. Day 4. So tomorrow. In tomorrow's email in the challenge, I share, I'm just looking at the email now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different ways, 7 different types of content that you can create that will engage your audience, that will give the variety and encourage comments and engagement. You can use things like polls. Polls are very popular. Use self-discovery. Create maybe a series of posts that takes your reader on a journey of discovery. People love self-discovery. That's a bonus tip that you can use for your content. And tomorrow's email, as I say, talks about and deep dives into 7 different ways that you can create, 7 different types of content that you can create that will generate engagement with your audience. Awesome. Another great question from Anon. Anon is asking, how do you then get clients? Well, the emails in the Visibility Accelerator Challenge tell you how to get clients. In brief, you want to invite people to enter your world. Social media, you don't control the platforms. And the platforms can and do change their algorithms fairly frequently. So you don't just want to rely, which is why I said earlier, to avoid the vanity metrics of how many followers you have, because that kind of is meaningless. You might think, you might have 4,000 or 5,000 followers, and you think, okay, I'm putting a post out there, those followers are going to see that post. They won't. Only a tiny fraction of the number of people that you have following you will be presented with any one of your posts. And as I've just said, the platforms change their algorithms fairly frequently. And that means that you might lose all your followers overnight. I've known probably about 5-6 years ago that happened to someone. They had created a group, and the algorithm changed, the platform's algorithm changed, and the group got shut down. Now, I think there might have been other factors involved there as well. And they lost all their contacts. So your first task is to create a personal connection and invite people off the platform into your world. And the most effective way to do that is to offer something that they want, really valuable, high value, that's going to take them the next step in their journey. And I call that a lead gift. Many would call it a lead magnet, a lead gift, something that gets people into your world so you can then nurture that relationship, deepen and strengthen that connection. And because we're talking social media platforms here predominantly, you can accelerate your visibility with any one individual by having a direct conversation with them. Use the direct messaging facility. But please be careful with that. How many of you have had a direct message from somebody you've never heard of, never spoken to, had no contact with, and the first message that they're sending you is, hi, I have this group or this program. Would you like details on it? No, because I don't know you. I don't trust you. Where's the connection? So it's like that party that we were talking about earlier. If you enter a party and you walk up to a stranger and you either dive into too much personal detail or you probe personal information that they're not ready to share before you've established the connection and worked to build relationship, it's really off-putting. So use the direct messaging facilities that are available in the platforms, but use them responsibly, use them ethically. Build that relationship, build trust. And in the workshop at the end of the Visibility Accelerator Challenge, I'll be sharing some secret tips on how you can do that. Awesome. All right, I can't see any more questions. Thank you, folks, for those of you that hopped on live to Zoom. I really appreciate it. Apologies again for the tech issues. It happens, life happens, we deal with it, we move on. I'll post this video in the LinkedIn group and on the LinkedIn page. If you haven't yet joined the Visibility Accelerator Challenge, there's still time. Get that detail. I've run through the content today. I look forward to seeing you in the challenge. Have fun. Take care.